And welcome back to TheNosePlays, Thea 2, The Shattering. Playing our game with Dzievanna, the chosen of Dzievanna to be more specific. Last episode, we settled, or I guess 2 episodes ago, maybe, somewhere around there, we settled the village of Sedgehammer. And since then, turns are taking a little bit longer because I have a lot more to deal with when I have a village and multiple groups running around the map camping. One thing that we discovered in the early game was that the group, let's see here, the group that I decided to leave behind just is not really capable of doing some of the things we were doing before. For example, Dzievanna, while she's pretty reasonable with wisdom, and she does have a pretty powerful yellow attack, she's not the greatest combatant. Definitely not as good as some of the combatants that we have in the other party. And so I've come to the conclusion that maybe I need to leave one of my really strong combatants, one of my really strong characters here, and take somebody else out adventuring, but I'm not 100% sure who or how I want to go about doing that. So we'll kind of see, but at the moment, that's kind of what I'm concerned with. I don't want to have another combat in this village where we lose a bunch of stuff because I just can't compete. So I may end up doing some moving people around, but we'll see. Stefanko was the warrior child that the child that grew into a warrior. He looks a lot like Captain Bear, but he's not actually Captain Bear. And we have a couple of different stats we can throw on him. Perception's not great on him, necessarily, but it does add more health to his health pool, and his primary combat is going to be red, obviously. So that gives him a little bit more health. Wits are also pretty good for a combat-based character. Just because their actions happen faster, and that's always good. But since the red stats, like, I don't know, like, how much health are we getting off of this? So half of the points. Base value is 15 plus 11, so we would get a little bit more, and then there's a multiplier. I see. So yeah, it's not as good, but it's still something. And then wits are 3. I mean, it's just straight up faster. I'm gonna go with the wits on him. This character is pretty evenly statted. I don't know that there's any reason to go particularly hard into wisdom over anything else. That being said, if you don't have a good idea of something that's better, it's probably better to just take the 2 points. And then we definitely want to finish off this, I think. Oh, we're not even quite there yet, but yeah, another point in that will be good. Somebody's almost out of campfire. I think it's this character. He's got 3 turns of wood left. I wanted to go to this tab. Okay. So we'll finish that, and then we'll do 2 more turns of gathering, and that should give us some more berries, and then I'll send him back. And then this group has plenty of campfire wood. this group, well, let's just look at what everybody's doing, I guess. Let's see. You're gathering, you're researching. Yeah, so there's no need for us to stay here another turn. They're not doing anything of uber importance. Okay. So we've got several points of interest out here. One thing that I do need to do is turn this back on. It's very helpful for landmarks. Where do I want to go? I guess we'll go north to this one first. A couple points of interest here. Low fuel alert, yes. Okay, I'm aware of his situation. And then as far as Sledgehammer goes, we got a lot of people gathering stuff. In fact, everybody's gathering stuff because we're getting bonus XP for gathering right now. So we should probably continue to do that. Another night falls over Thea, and restless souls of the damned seek out living in envy and anger. You can almost feel the approaching waves of these infernal rays seeking to burden your souls. Okay, we've run into this thing numerous times. Every time we do this, we tend to get a blessing or some kind of bonus, so just keep doing that. Lots of stuff over there. I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. This is actually going to take him 2 more turns to finish, which is fine. I think he has exactly 2 turns of firewood, and then he'll head back to the main village. Alright, so we got some bugs, we got a point of interest, and then another point of interest. I suppose we start with this. I keep investigating the south. Let's try investigating the safer areas. Yeah, nothing real exciting. Like, probably less good stuff, but no challenges. I guess we'll move here. And I can get some research done in 1 turn. I can get some gathering done. Now, the characters that I want to level up most, I'm going to need her. Yeah, I don't have enough to actually get this accomplished in a single turn with these characters, so we'll go ahead and do it anyways, just because we might get some XP from it. And then, yeah, I think I've already got this on the design wheel here. So that's the only thing I can actually craft them. I don't really want to craft that. We're saving the herbs in case we need them for something else. So that party is done. His situation is handled. And then over here, do I want to move anybody off of what they're currently gathering? Probably not. Looks like everybody's in a pretty good spot. The only thing that we're not really getting at the moment is malachite, so I'm not too worried about it. Do I have anybody over here? I don't. Okay. That's fine. We'll finish the summer off. There's only 5 more turns of summer. Get that bonus XP. Hopefully. Search the ruins. Resist. Auto-resolve. Leave. So we found some clay, some stone, and a fur artifact. Our 1 point of movement isn't enough to get anywhere. Yeah, I've got to do both of these in order to get the research point, so we'll just do that. Alright. Alright, he is out of firewood, so it's time for him to break camp and head this way. Alright. So now he's back in camp, and we should have a bunch of new cooking materials, which should open up all kinds of berries and meat, berries and veggies. So we'll want to get some of those things made at some point here. But for the next few turns, we can have him gathering something. Maybe we'll put you on vegetables and you on malachite.
You approach the house, but it feels dead and it is empty.
Alright. I think that was part of the Shmoo quest, maybe? I don't know. I get confused. A lot of the quests kind of overlap, intertwine. We could go get rid of this bee's nest, or we could just head down here. Let's go do this first. You discover the ruins of an ancient human cemetery, one where burial was clearly the custom. There are gravestones with faded markings and even some large stone crypts. The cemetery is quiet and empty. You see an unburied body on the ground, clutching a stash of goods. Grab the stash, take the stash and bury the corpse, or leave. Let's go with the burying. Cool, so we found some elven wood, and broken skeleton has a spiritual blessing. And I don't have any more movement. Oh yeah, see the birds flying around? It's kind of cool. We could set up camp. But there's nothing to gather, so I think we'll just leave these guys as is. And then this will be the last turn, and then I'm going to see what we can do with the rest of our characters. So as we move into autumn, crafting is now 25% faster, which is good. And that means we're going to be doing a lot of cooking and crafting, hopefully. So first things first, let's just kind of clear out the composites for a second. And let's figure out our food situation. So I've got vegetables and fish, meat and fish, vegetables and berries, meat and berries, and that is all I have. There should be some other ones though, shouldn't there? Either way, let's just take a look at our yields. So we have quite a few of each of these. But we don't want to use up all of our materials in any particular one. I've got a lot of vegetables and a lot of fish. Shouldn't I have like... Yeah, fish cakes. We don't have any fish cakes. We definitely need fish cakes. And then also got this one, which I think we did have up there. Yeah, okay. I've already got that one up there. Don't need it up there again, but this one definitely needs to be added to the queue. So let's get somebody making some fish cakes. Let's start with who is a reasonably good character at this. I guess we'll actually take the worst character. Put him on that. And then as far as the other ones are concerned, he can cook some, and he can cook some of that maybe, or no, not that one, this one. Okay, so that'll probably be good for cooking foods. And then in terms of materials, I have a lot of granite at this point, and we can turn the granite into obsidian. Actually, if I want to make obsidian, right, I need this one, right? Yeah. Okay, and then also we want to make some mithril. And I don't know, do I have enough quartz? I do, so I can actually do that as well. Let's go ahead and get her on that, her on that, him on that. And maybe even take her off of that and put him. That'll work. Alright, so we got all these people crafting, and then as far as this goes, now We have all kinds of materials here that we can start making better gear from some of our characters. Medium leather armor. So let's see if we wanted to go something like that. That's not terrible. But what if we did it with ancient wood? That would be even better, right? It's pretty good. 40 shielding. We could also actually get elemental armor, which gives us 15 shielding in all categories and increases our stats. Gives us 13 more max health and 15% more max, or sorry, 13 max insanity. Insanity is regular sanity. And then 115% max health. And then if we went something like this, we could get up to 13 shielding for everybody, or 17 shielding. Elemental armor actually increases our movement. Interesting. And what if we use diamonds? Diamonds get us up to 16. Double leather gives us up to 17. Leather and diamond gives us different stats on some of these other armor types, but I'm trying to remember what our base armor actually looks like. So we're getting 9, so we can almost double our shielding, or we can get like some really good medium armor for some of these characters. Alright, well, I don't have the mats to make any of the light armors happen. At least not... Yeah, that's... I mean, 14, almost 15 isn't enough to really warrant it. And I don't have the wood, although I do have mithril, so let's see. If we use mithril and the leather, that's actually pretty good. What about heavy armor? I've got lots of obsidian, and I've got lots of mithril. That's a lot of shielding. We could definitely use obsidian heavy armor. The only downside to this armor is it's extremely heavy. Shields. We could make a much better shield. 21 for a mithril shield. The ring. What does this do? Ah, here we go. So basically 9 weapon block. That's not bad at all. So 9 weapon block on every character would be pretty good. What else do we have? This crafting one would be nice to have. Maybe we should make one of these and give it to our craftsmen so that they have even higher crafting stats. That sounds reasonably good. I don't really have a way to make a better one of these. What does this do? The hurry up spell? I think I am going to go ahead and do this just to get our crafting skill even higher, which gives us higher chance to make master quality weapons. It'll only take her 2 turns to make that, and she's already at 13%. I'm curious to see how much better her stats get with this ring on. So we can actually like try to craft 2 of these and see if this actually goes up. The higher your crafting stat, the higher chance you get master quality and the lower chance you get trash. So that's pretty good. Alright, that took a long time to figure out what we were doing with all those people. Let's see, expedition wise. Not sure. I think we're heading over this way. And again, oh, let's read the adventure. The day is clear, yet suddenly before you hangs a singular dark patch of thundering clouds. It's moving fast, but it will not cross your path. Seems interesting. Investigate from the same distance. Ah, this guy. Okay. You find a spot to observe the clouds and soon see a hairy, 2-horned, hoofed creature riding a small yet very sprightly goat and dragging the thunderclouds behind him. The creature seems distressed and looking for something. This is likely a type of Zart, a devious demon. Talk to it but remain wary, or attack it. We can talk to it. The Zart turns to you, his bloodshot eyes glaring with malice. For a flicker of a second, then turning to pain and pleading. You know the way to a healer? This Zart is clearly... this Zart clearly has a swollen tooth. You've seen enough to know that a good blacksmith can do the job just as well as a healer. Offer to help at a demon price so that it is bound and won't trick you. The creature looks unsure but nods its head in agreement. You take out some tongs and make quick work of the swollen tooth. Great, now ask for the demon deal. Bah! I would curse you for your gall, but I am a Smetek the Zart, and a deal's a deal. The creature grabs a bag from the goat's back and throws it at you and then prepares to ride off, the thundering clouds in tow. I've got some rubies and some iron jewelry. Not very good iron jewelry. Bid him farewell. There's no real reason to camp other than we can accelerate our research ever so slightly by just doing this every turn, I guess. I don't believe that these guys have the materials for cooking. Yeah, we do. I guess we could do this. Alright, Stefanko leveled up again. We've got Poison Throwing Dagger, which gives him a very fast but low damage attack. It can also be used in yellow combat, interestingly enough. And then we have Line Charge, which basically, gives him like a spear attack, so it will actually pierce 2 characters in a line. Targets closest enemy. If the attacker stands in the melee row, the attacker will splash onto another enemy standing behind the main target. It's kind of like a spear attack. We already have points in this, so making it stronger is not a bad idea. This character... Go 2 points into Destiny, which wouldn't be awful, or 1 point into Strength. I'm trying to remember what he has. So he has Line Charge. And then he does have Purple Weapon Attack. 11 damage in Purple Combat. Let me see that again. It's Destiny based. Yeah, let's do that. We'll give him 2 points. And then Captain Bear. Definitely has high strength. 2 points into Wit. What is his Wit currently at? 8. So he's already got pretty high Wit. I would make his attacks really fast. He has an attack that goes off at 4.4 seconds. Yeah. The strength's good too, because it's just more damage, but getting off your attacks faster, especially if you have a powerful attack, means you might be able to kill something before it gets to attack. So we'll go with that. Alright, we got some fish cakes made. Break this camp and go ahead and fight these guys. We are very good at this point. Free loot. And let's go ahead and take the raw foods off the menu. Also take our woods off the menu that don't need to be on there. That looks good. We could get all the way down here.
You discover the ruins of an ancient city. Within its shattered walls, you spot an entrance to a dungeon. This is where the alchemist said the dwarven rune grandmaster is held captive by trolls. The dungeon was clearly designed to keep some large creatures captive. You spot cells where massive skeletons lie chained to the rock. Some may even belong to dragons. This place was clearly a prison of some sort, built to hold extremely large creatures, perhaps even dragons. Some cells hold the skeletal remains of such monsters, and other cells are empty or contain piles of ash. You also notice that some of the dirt has been disturbed, so you may not be alone in here. You uncover some arrows and sigils written in the common tongue that suggest the direction of a central cell, likely where the dwarven prisoner is kept.
We should explore the old cells first, right?
As you enter one of the cells, a trapdoor opens beneath your feet and you fall down into a dark space with squishy debris under your feet. You hear the sound of stones slowly moving somewhere nearby. You notice the trap in time to run to what looks like the way out. Once at the door, you still need to get it open.
Oh, my dogs are being a little annoying. Okay, so this is kind of new. I don't remember some of these things. I know we did this Dwarven quest once before. We found some bones. We have intelligence, so we could spot hidden hinges and see... Or we could just force it open. Let's go ahead.
You make your way into a deep, dark tunnel that collapsed at some point in the past and is now propped up by odd pieces of stone and metal. Finally, you get to the end and find a large prison cell. In the middle of this huge space designed for a dragon, you see a lone drunken dwarf, singing and talking to himself.
If I were a rich man... Oh, how did it go?
Eh, over the mountain pass, my gold lies? Eh.
Speak to the dwarf, but try to stay alert, as there are bound to be guards here after all. Let's try and look for guards.
With every step, you observe the walls and floor that surround you and notice irregularities. Soon you become aware that these tunnels are alive. Eyes are watching you from the shadows, and slow, heavy creaks of movement follow your every step.
Let's speak to the dwarf.
Guests, here. Oh, you best keep your distance, laddies, else the rock shits will have you for lunch. They're here, sleeping or watching, who knows. Why you here? Come to laugh at me, eh?
We'll ask him.
Why, so you're not here to laugh? I was the head of this here prison. A grand old rune master. Grand master. Me, yes, one of the elders. That was me. Then the ground shook. The prisoners got away and my kin washed their hands of me. Said I was crazy. Fools. Afraid to spill some blood. Then the trolls and their lot decided to punish me. Research, knowledge, understanding. Bah, I was never cruel. I loved my subjects. I cared for them. They suffered for the good of dwarf kind. Not that those stoneheads deserve it. No, no, they will pay. Mythical beasts, powerful demons, troll kind that is so akin to us dwarves. They held their secret and the runes that I was able to craft. Epic. No Grand Master could ever match me, yet they all shied away from it. The shame. Why, so you're not here to laugh? I was the head of this here prison. A grand old rune
we
master.
already did all this.
Grand Master. Me.
The dwarf cowers and turns away from you as he mutters,
I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted to help. Too late now.
You are suddenly very aware that the walls around you are not walls. They have eyes, they have mouths and arms, and they are smiling at you.
So you want a toy, do you? Play with us first.
The doors to the cell open, and the ground beneath your feet changes to slippery mud that pushes you in. From the dark corners, you also see several more sets of eyes. Some red hot, some ice cold, all large and angry.
Let's ask them about why they keep the dwarf here. Or we could convince them. I think we could actually complete a level 7 challenge. Let's go ahead and do it. A rock troll and a dormant Lashai? Auto resolve. Victory with serious injuries. Boy, they have 100 hit points and 100 hit points. At least one of my characters has lost half or more of their hit points. I guess we'll go ahead and try and resolve this manually. Let's start with this character. Actually, this character has a pretty fast attack too. We'll start with her. Alright, so we got the 2 trolls out. I can actually get a hammer attack off with her that will do pretty reasonable damage. And then... Dang. This character can go ahead and use Hunter's Mark on this guy to lower his damage. That'll help a little bit. Alright. We need to get her out again because her attack is so powerful. But we can maybe spread them out. And then this character, I could get more shielding, or I could use Hunter's Mark again. What does she have? Weakness. Is weakness better than Hunter's Mark? Hunter's Mark is 3.2. $36 or 45. This will be at least 45 damage if I play her. Maybe I play her like here. Okay. Yeah, let's try to get rid of this character as fast as possible. That actually worked out really well. Yeah, that actually worked out really well. We didn't have serious
The
injuries.
troll who first spoke answers you.
We are all of the Earth, friends. We should serve as we once did, or we not any good no more. This was fun, but games be over. You take the dwarf, but you promise he not go free. He be evil. You speak for your gods, yes? I can sense it in your tone, smell it on you. You agree to give us your spirit, lots of it, so we may live. You can take this prison master with you.
Alright, well, we'll promise
As you
he won't
speak
go
the words of the promise, you feel they're on natural weight and know they are no mere utterance. You are now bound by a demon deal. You do not know the consequence of breaking it, but there will be one. The alchemist appears en route with a jovial smile.
Ah, so you went straight for the fight. Good, good. This old fella's not what you call ethical, but he knows his stuff. Let me take him off your hands now. Come see us in the Red Cave when you can, and perhaps we will have some answers for you.
Before you are able to answer fully, the alchemist wraps his hands around the rescued Grandmaster and breaks open a vial of purple liquid, making them both disappear. You think they went into the Grey World, although only goblin shamans are known to travel that way.
Alright. Well, that was kind of eventful. What do we want this party to do next? I guess I can't quite make it to the boar's lair. Alright, well... let's keep working on that. And then in Sedgehammer, we need to take a look at cooking and composites. We've got quite a few of these things. We should probably continue to do most of them. This one is completed, so he can stop doing that for now. Oh. Yeah, I don't have that. I guess we can put him there. Alright, she's almost done with her ring. So that's fine. We'll let her finish that. Characters have leveled up again. Fyodor can now increase line charge or headbutts. Line charge does more damage. This character could really use more... well, let's see. I'm not sure. He's a hunter, so he benefits the most from perception. And he is using javelins at the moment. He also has outmaneuver, sneak attack. Yeah, and he's a creepy. We'll take the point that he's most beneficial or benefits the most from. 2 points of strength is really hard to pass up though. Maybe I do take that. That'll increase his carrying capacity significantly. Yeah, she should finish that off. And then Captain Bear can get counterattack, which is actually really good. I like that a lot. Let's go to equipment. Oh wow, we got a master-crafted ring. Excellent. So this is a really good ring. 5 points of crafting. That's a little bit better than her weapon block. So we'll go ahead and throw that on her. And then if we go back to here, let's design that same ring. And now we see this one up to 15% from 13%, so it's actually a little bit higher. We're actually not going to craft this. But we are going to craft something. Her crafting is getting quite high, almost 500 now. So we need to take a look at what we have the best materials for. I really could use better bows. And we actually do have Mithril, but we don't have tier... Yeah, we don't have like this yet. That would be good though. Also, we could get to an elemental weapon, potentially. I could also just use a lot of the dryad wood. Okay, what about for wands? Yeah, we need wood. I do have this. So we could make some good javelins. Or we could make these javelins. I think those are the same stats, are they not? 1.6, 1.2... 1.6, 1.2, so the damage doesn't actually change at all. The elemental version is 1.1 and 0.8 with true damage and shield leech, which is actually really good because it does extra damage to targets with shielding and it returns damage dealt as shield points. That's actually really cool. Yeah, let's make that. That sounds like a really good item. The numbers aren't going to be quite as high as they could be, but because it's autumn, we're getting bonus stats, so the 473 is actually up 25%. Everyone else can continue doing whatever they were doing for a turn. And our Wraith leveled up. Her stats are really, really good. She's got another 2 points in Wisdom. I guess we'll go with that. Alright, why do I have 3 people over here? I guess because we ran out of all the other foods that we can make, maybe? Oy, oy, oy. Okay, well... Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I guess we used up all of our berries. We do have more meats, but this is the only one I can make with that, so we'll put her on that. I can't make any of these anymore, so we're gonna go back to gathering for a little bit. And we'll gather some more granite and some more gold and some more dryad wood. And then as far as research goes, we'll put him on that. And then Tobias. What do I have the smallest quantity of? I guess we can have you continue to work on the malachite for a little bit. while we're at it, I have 2 points to spend. We either need to unlock diamond or ancient wood. One of those two things for sure is going to be very helpful. Oh, I know what I need to do. We need to look at buildings. The children's playground and the school. So it looks like we really need wood, bone. I do have enough for that though, so we can go like that. And then it's gotta be this one, right? Like 4 research per turn? Yeah, that's probably the one I want to do. So we need to probably get ancient wood. I guess the only thing better would be... like you just make it all out of ancient wood. That's going to be hard to do though. We already have a bunch of this. So this would be good. The dragon bone doesn't really change much. Let's just do this, because I have tons of dryad wood. We'll add that to there. And then I need to get out of here and learn ancient. Okay. We definitely need to put somebody on research, though. Who is my best researcher? It'll be this chick. Let's just stick her over here so we're slowly but surely whittling away at this. And then while I'm at it, let me make sure that the tool that she has increases her research. So this increases rituals. This one increases research. Let's throw that on her. That'll help a little bit. And then, now that we have ancient wood learned, I should be able to make it. There it is. And we can take dryad wood and coal to make more ancient wood. Which means, gathering wise, we need more dryad wood. So I'm actually going to double you two up on that to get that done a little faster. Actually, no, maybe we put you here. Yeah, that's probably right. And then equipment, we got these nice new spears, or javelins. Who is most likely to benefit from them? So... it's gonna be this guy. Throw those on him. Tobias. The javelins are sort of better than the crossbows. They do more damage, they're just slower. The crossbow's a faster attack, but it doesn't get the first strike damage. I guess maybe we'll just swap that out like that for now. Also, he should have some kind of tools. He's gathering, so we'll throw these gathering tools on him. I don't necessarily have anything better. And I guess we'll throw that ring on him too. Actually, no. We'll put it on this guy, because he's more likely to be in the front lines tanking. Alright, that's probably good for now. And let's take a look at our expedition. These guys need to go ahead and clear this boar's lair. Alright, free resources. It doesn't look like I've been over here. Then the last thing I need to do is we do need to craft something, and she is ready to craft. So what do we want to craft? Well, we did find jewelry. Like that kind of spear. True damage and poison damage. That's pretty good. 1.4, 1.0, 1.0, 0.8. But with extra damage to targets with less than max hit points. So the nice thing about this type of attack is the first attack does extra damage if they have shielding and probably breaks the shield, and then the second attack does extra damage. So this is actually probably more efficient than this would be. And I can actually not make one of these yet because I don't have any wood yet. Polearms. I could make a polearm. I have exactly enough for that. What does this give me? Shield Leech. Returns 50% of the damage dealt as shield points. Damage is increased by a fixed value. It's a very slow attack. Or just straight up 1.6 and 1.2. If you have a very high strength, that could be very good. It's exactly the amount of mythical leather that we have too, so I think we should go ahead and build this. Should get that done in 2 turns. Actually, I don't really want to use up all my obsidian now. Let me see if we can make that a mithril instead. I don't quite have enough mithril either, but if I did, it doesn't really change the numbers. right? Yeah, it's like ever so slightly better on the first strike portion. Let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll just have her make the mithril for a turn or two. Gotta love that village life. Turn 186, and now we're spending like 3 times as long every turn because I have to go through all these village things. But it's all good. Expedition. Let's kill the snakes. Woo! That's a lot of snakes. Good thing we're very strong. Clearing out all the snakes. Free stone, but we took some damage from something. We fell through the cellar again. Okay. Also found some topaz. That's nice. Topaz is good gem. We should move here and camp. Get my 2 best gatherers on that so I can get a whole bunch of grain. Not quite enough to get that done. But that's alright. Alright, so now if we go to crafting, still not quite able to make that yet. And she is out of gold. But we can make some of this, so we should. We're gonna have to undo that. We've got plenty of coal. We definitely need more dried wood. She can move back over here, I guess. Nah, she should stay here. She can craft this so much. We'll finish off this one. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I'll put her on that one. We'll get a whole bunch of that made real quick. Nothing really new here. he can finish this off. There's not much left of it, and there was only one more of those to do. So that's fine. Alright, we have a windstorm. Let's take a look at character's health. Is going to start dropping over time. The faith, yeah. Okay, so this group needs to break camp and move. Oh, there's that terrain artifact. We need to uncover that. Where would be the best spot to do that from? Probably right here, maybe? That way we can gather some fish and sandstone as well. We should uncover these first, though. Alright. Blessings for us, research for us. Yeah, just fight him. Bunch of junk. And a bunch of granite, so that's helpful. Do not have any movement. She managed to churn all of that out already. I'm 23, I need more. I'm not really gathering it fast enough though. Maybe if we put both of these guys on this, we can get this done a little more quickly. Now she can make this. We can only make one of these, but it'll be really good once we get it made. And we're getting close to the wood situation, but just keep collecting these as frequently as we can. She's still working on that. He can actually do something else now. We've got 400 units of that. We're not going to starve to death anytime soon. I guess we'll just have him working on, as we get this dryad wood, we want to turn it into ancient wood as quickly as possible so we can get that school built, which will give us more research points. Call upon harmony, use our purple combat. Siphon the energy, we all get cursed, that sucks. And some crappy loot. Alright, we can make it to there. Set up camp and get our 2 best gatherers on that. Second best on that. Third best on that. 2 turns. He can finish this off. And she still can't make this. Not quite yet. Can we make something else? Let's see. We've made tools mainly out of gems in the past, mostly because they're light. We could make tools out of gold, or even out of mithril if we get enough of it. The only thing I have a lot of at the moment is obsidian, but I'm kind of banking on that for the school. Yeah, all I have is like junk resources. So like I could do more of these. 30% is pretty good when you already have a high number. Percentage is better than this, which is 3. Basically, if you have more than 10 points, this is the better buy. The more above 10 you are, the significantly better this becomes. So if I go to my equipment, let me just look at these guys. Let's see, we were doing a gathering tool, I believe. So that's way above. That's way above. That's good. That's good. That's good. So basically, everybody in this party needs like these types of tools. I already have 1. Those are not as good as what I can craft. His gathering is 15, so even without a good tool, he would get more than 3 points. Okay, so we can just make a couple of those. How many of these can I make? Haha, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, let's see. Can I make? I cannot. I need 8 amber to make 2 malachites. I have no amber. I could use some topaz or some rubies to make well, let's take a look. What If we do that, yeah, like that's even slightly better. And the chances of making this into trash are pretty minimal. Well, actually, they're not as low as I thought they would be, but wild resources, you know. Let's see how we did. Should be fine, right? We got Master Crafted Forager's Tool. So who has the highest stat? If we take these off, 38, 33. We'll put it on him. That goes up to 51. That's pretty good. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do? Obviously, we want to move our party, but not yet, right? Because we're doing the... Yeah, we need one more turn. So everybody sits tight for one turn. Agree to pay. Pay to have more than one type of curse removed. We have 60 of something. All of that. And then some of that. Okay, got all those removed. Looks like we found enchanted leather right here, which we haven't learned how to gather yet. Guess we'll just move over here. And I think we're getting close to the point where we want to wrap this up. The main thing that I'm hoping to do before we leave is get this finished, which is taking much longer than I had anticipated. Even with the resource churning that we have. Gathering. Who's gathering something that's inconsequential? Let's get you on. No. Let's get you on Malachite. And let's go ahead and put you on the wood as well, just so we can get this done a little bit faster. Because we need to collect a lot of wood, apparently. As you travel across the plains, you hear a screeching sound from a nearby patch of shrubbery. Investigate. You come close, you see a small furry creature with yellow eyes, sharp teeth. Its body torn up and trapped in some orc-made snare. Identify the creature. Help the little fella out. You get it free of the snare, but its wounds are clearly infected with some nasty poison. The toxic green stuff is spreading fast, and the creature doesn't even cry out anymore. Do our best to avoid the poison. Cool. Gosh, that was close. I thank you, my dears. I thank you profoundly. Now it would be tradition to offer up a service as a house demon, for I am a shashak, but alas, I'm otherwise engaged. Still, debts owed are bruises on one's ego, so here, directions to a lair where valuable gifts await your rescue. So long, friends. Okay. It's got to be one of those, right? Quests are usually in yellow. Well, let's... There's also yellow down here. Okay, well, move there first. Okay. That party is still doing fine on food and fire. This party, not so much. We keep burning wood. I'm up to 33 ancient wood. That should be almost enough, right? Need 35, so we got one more turn of this nonsense, and then we can get our school built. Unfortunately, I don't think she was doing anything last turn, so that sucks. We could have had her gathering or building something. New task. Yeah, gathering tools, that's right. We needed more of these, and we want the forager's aid because it's better. There we go. Alright, that should do it. Now we can get our school built. It's going to take her 5 turns to build the school, but I can actually cut that down by a fair amount. Increase gathering, increases crafting. Who are my better craftsmen? So it's either gonna be this dude or this dude. Get that to 2 turns, and then just for now, alright, don't know if that helped a whole lot, but we have a small chance to form a masterwork school in 2 turns, so let's go ahead and get that done. And then our party over here. Debris. Gather what we can. Attack. Auto-resolve that. Go clear the snake's nest out. Do not have any movement. Alright, and you are awoken by a terrible racket coming from the chicken coop. Investigate. You check the chicken coop but find only wet tracks leading into one of the houses. Inside, behind the stove, you find an odd-looking chicken. On closer inspection, it is more like a shrunken old woman with chicken feet, claws, and a twisted bird-like face. She sits by what looks like a makeshift loom, weaving out of thin air. Consider the origin. You know this to be a kikamura, an odd type of twisted homestead spirit that literally weaves bad luck. Lovely. It's really hard to get rid of a kikamura, as she has no physical form to fight and she refuses to speak to anyone. Bribery or magic are your best ways. Let's bribe her. Okay. Go back to village life. Oh yeah, we can always fight these guys. Free crap. And a dog. Alright. Guess we'll go there next. And our school should be done soon. Okay, we got a lot of people who've leveled up. Yep. 2 points of perception for you. Inspire or shield. This has some potential to be good at times. Shows a perception of 20. So her perception's already pretty high, but I don't think we actually use her perception for much of anything. Ghostly Axe actually has some value. I'd say we just go with another point of destiny on her. We're not going to use that. We'll go with this. And then for him, he can be even tougher. Why not? And Captain Bear should definitely take the strength. Alright. So what did we get? View the details. We did get our school made, so that's good. Provides research points each turn. So every 3 turns we get 1 point for free now. And then in terms of equipment, one of these is a research-based tool. Also, I guess until Captain Bear gets here, we should definitely equip him with that. That's going to be a pretty decent weapon. We'll put the gathering tools back on the gatherers. And I've got some research that needs to be done. So we'll get her started on that one. And then this isn't completed yet. Oh, this will be completed in 2 turns, is what it's telling me. I thought it was already done. If it were already completed, it would be over here. Alright, so we got 2 turns. Everybody else can just keep doing what they're doing, I guess. Who's really bad at gathering? Nobody's really bad at gathering. Theodore can keep making that for now. Alright. Auto-resolve. Bone hatchets. Do that. Get a free research point. Wow. Guess we won't be getting any topaz. Takes too many turns. Really need to get better tools for everybody at this point. Alright, she'll have this completed in 1 turn now. And everybody else can just continue doing what they're doing here. The party can head up north and uncover these points of interest. While we're at it, let's go ahead and camp and get some food. Can I cook? not have anything of. We're getting low on a couple of these things. So you can cook that, you can cook that. I guess we'll cook it like this? I don't know. We're just killing time. The Scholar. Interesting. Your school has attracted the attention of an odd-looking scholar. He says he is an inventor. He is interested in your craftsmen, for they have been known to show promise in the field. Yes, I create wonders. I make dreams come to life, ideas awaken. Well, sometimes. Most of the time I make crap that breaks, but it's a great profession. I'll teach you to those who are worthy for a price. We should be able to challenge him to an intellectual duel. I'll accept that outcome. You are my equal indeed. I shall teach you free of charge. Take pleasure in my student besting me. 2.4 extra intelligence, and she has been upgraded to a new class. Need to take a look at that. That's pretty cool. In addition to that, we now have our school, which is pretty slick. So research should start trickling in a little bit faster now, even though it hasn't been, mainly because I haven't been keeping anybody running on it, but we'll have her on it from now on, probably. And then I want to take a look at our new character. So let's go ahead and go to... Here we go. Where are you at? Okay, so tell me about what we got. Did we get anything cool? Effects. Perfect morale, mental blessings, increased gathering, increased research. Yeah, I don't know. She is creepy, beautiful, and attractive. Specializes in invention and research. They also know how to craft items and construct structures. So do we get new stats? Like, I'm not really sure, other than like the extra intelligence, what we gained out of that. But maybe we'll unlock some new abilities as she levels up. Either way, this is a pretty good spot, I think, to go ahead and end the video. So yeah, our big accomplishment was to get a tier 3 school completely crafted, and we're going to continue to grind these resources out, but at this point it's pretty slow. And the gathering tools and stuff will help with that a little bit, but we're just not going to be able to do massive amounts of farming this way. This just isn't how the game is supposed to work. We'll be able to kind of trickle our income this way. What we really need to do is get our adventuring party back in our sailboat and sail to one of these other islands and farm the materials there, because it's much more efficient to do it that way. So probably moving into the next video, that's what we're going to do. We'll take our ship and head to one of the other islands, kind of look around, see where we're at. Before we do that, I want to clear the last few things. to the north of us, and then regroup, make sure everybody's equipped as best we can equip them with the kind of gear that we can make currently, and then from that point forward we should be in a pretty good spot to start scouting the other islands, because that's where the real valuable resources are. You could see a lot of tier 3 resources on those islands that you could just straight up farm, like the obsidian that we got before. The only downside is you got to be able to transport it back, and so having characters with enough strength and carry capacity is kind of a limitation that we'll have to deal with. We could also build a better ship, which is something I would consider doing, but we're going to have to get a lot more wood, particularly the ancient wood, if we're going to make that happen. So we'll see if we can get that done quickly, maybe in the next video, but otherwise we'll just use the ship we have. So but that being said, I think it's time to wrap this up, so I hope you guys are enjoying this video, this series. Thea 2 is an awesome game. Check it out if you haven't seen it, and